Hello everyone, today I am back with a restorative practice for the upper body, so the neck, the shoulders, the back. I don't know about you, but since I'm home a lot more than usual now, I am slumped in front of the TV or in front of the computer and I'm finding my shoulders rolling in. Add on to that I generally carry my stress and tension in my shoulders and neck. I was feeling like I needed this kind of practice. I also heard from a student recently that their shoulders and arms were getting really tired and tense from all the cleaning and disinfecting that I'm sure we're all doing around the house. So if you're feeling like your upper body needs some relaxation, this practice is for you. Now this is a restorative practice and we will be floor-based the entire time. However, there are going to be a couple of shoulder stretches that you will feel, and you might be thinking, this doesn't feel very relaxing. It feels like I'm getting a really big stretch. And that's great. Tomorrow you're going to feel super relaxed in the shoulders and then you'll go, oh, that's why it was a restorative practice. I feel restored. So you will need a blanket and a pillow. So we are still getting comfy. You will also need 2 yoga blocks and a yoga belt. If you don't have yoga blocks, there will be one pose toward the beginning that you're going to have to skip. No big deal, still do the practice, you'll still get all the benefits. If you don't have a yoga strap, use something else around the house that will work, a long piece of material that you can hold comfortably with your hands. Okay, before we get started, I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much for tuning in and watching these videos. I have loved getting emails from you saying thank you and letting me know you're practicing along with me at home. So keep those emails coming. Send me a comment or write me a comment in the comment section below. Hit like on this video, hit subscribe, just to let me know that you're enjoying the videos. You can also send me video requests and I will do what I can to get those up for you. All right, let's get started. Okay, we're getting set up for our first supported pose. So we are going to use our supported pose as our centering time, so we won't be doing that separately. You're going to need your blanket, and I've already got my blanket rolled here. So all I've done is I had my folded blanket like so. It was that thickness, and I've rolled it just 1, 2, and 3 times so that I get a fairly dense, a little bit high blanket roll here. Now we are going to be placing the blanket roll under the upper to middle back, so around the shoulder blade area in the back body, and that's going to give us a nice lift for our chest. You might want an additional blanket or folded towel under the head. That's just for comfort. Some people find their head tips back a little bit. And we're going to be placing the pillow under the back of our knees so that our low back can relax into the floor. So if you need to pause the video for a moment to get your supplies, go ahead. I'm going to get set up here, then I'll start the timer. We're going to be here for about 3 minutes, and then once again you'll hear my singing bowl to bring us out of our pose. So here we go. Pillow under the knees, blanket roll under the mid-back so that the chest lifts. You should be able to bring your arms above the blanket roll so that the arms can rest on the floor with the palms turned up to the ceiling. Eyes closed. I will start the timer. Feel your breath here. So we are letting our body settle in, letting our mind settle in to the present moment. Starting to take longer and deeper breaths in and out through the nose. Noticing where your mind is as you wiggle the fingers and toes a little bit. Bend your knees. Bring your feet onto the floor or onto your pillow if it's in the way. Roll onto your right side. Use your arm as a pillow here. And then press into your left hand and bring yourself back up to sitting. Okay, so we're going to bring a little bit of a deeper lift into our chest with our next pose. Blanket and pillow can move off to the side. We're going to work with Bhishmasana. So this pose, you're going to use one block on its tallest height for your head and one block on its middle height, and that's going to go across your shoulder blades so that you get, again, a lift through your chest. Now, this pose, if you've never done it before, might feel a little bit weird or uncomfortable, but it really shouldn't hurt. So if it is hurting, you might need to skip it or make adjustments. Some people find this lift too high, and if that's the case, you can put this block on its lowest height, and then the block for your head will likely come down as well, just so that your head is not lifted up quite so high. So, tall block will be for your head. Middle block will be across your shoulder blades. And if you're using foam blocks, I have cork ones here, they're a little bit more sturdy. If you're using foam blocks, the number one trick is to move very slowly as you come down. So you're going to start with bent knees, and I like to come down onto my elbows to find that placement. There's my shoulder blades. I can feel the points of my shoulder blades on the block. And then I can adjust the block for my head. Once again, the arms come beside you with the palms up toward the ceiling because we want those shoulders to roll open. You can either keep the knees bent here or straighten them out. I'm going to start our timer. Let's relax into our pose. If you want, you can experiment with taking the arms wider apart. See how that changes the stretch in the front of the shoulders and the chest. Right, so noticing, once again, if your mind has wandered off, bring it back. To come out of this pose, first bend the knees. Bring one or both hands to the back of the head, and I want you to tilt the chin in toward the chest so that the neck is activated. We don't want the head dropping back. And then press into your hands to lift yourself up off of the supports. You can move the yoga blocks off to the side and come to a comfortable sitting position. I'm going to sit up onto my blanket just for some extra comfort. You'll want to have your yoga strap nearby as well. So now that we're seated, we're going to start by just rolling our shoulders backwards a few times. My shoulders feel looser already. Roll the shoulders forwards. A couple of stretches for the neck. So you're going to start by dropping your right ear toward your right shoulder. You want to make sure your left shoulder stays nice and heavy, so don't let it creep up around the left ear. We're going to take our right hand up onto the head just to help with that stretch. Deep breaths. Inhale to come back up to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to come back up to center. I'm just going to do some gentle neck rolls. So I like to start by dropping my chin down toward my chest, sweeping the chin over to the right shoulder, and then down to the middle and over to the left. So just nice and gentle. And then bringing the head back to center. Let's slide our fingers together with our right pinky finger on the bottom of our grip. Flip your palms forward. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Couple of deep breaths here. With your next exhale, take your right hand to the floor and stretch your left arm over, rooting down through that left sitting bone so you feel the stretch come through the side body. Keep that left shoulder away from your left ear. Breathe into that side body stretch. Inhale to come up to center and exhale to twist to the right. So right hand coming behind you to support your spine. So the right hand is on the floor, left hand is on the knee. The head can just follow the collarbones. Inhale back to center. Slide the fingers together, left pinky finger on the bottom. Flip those palms. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Couple breaths, relaxing through the shoulders. Make sure the face stays nice and soft and relaxed. Exhaling to twist to, oh, just kidding. Let's take our side stretch first. Left hand to the floor, right arm up and over, rooting down through that right sitting bone. Inhale to come up to center, and now exhale into your twist to the left. Inhale to untwist, coming back to center. Grab your yoga strap, your yoga belt. You're going to start by holding the yoga strap, the yoga belt, so that the hands are fairly wide apart and the belt is tight, so you don't want any slack in it. We're starting with the belt low in our front body, shoulders are back. As you inhale, you're going to stretch the arms all the way up without bending the elbows. And without letting the belt get loose or bending the elbows, you're going to take the arms all the way back behind you. Now you might need to adjust your hand placement, because if it's too wide, you probably won't feel anything. If it's too close, you'll feel a bit too much. So find a distance of the hands that work for you. We're going to inhale to take the arms up. Exhale to take them back. Moving nice and slow, so this can be a pretty intense stretch sometimes. Keep going. Keep sitting tall. One more time. And then shake that off a little bit. I'm going to take your belt and place it over your right shoulder, so it's just hanging over your right shoulder. Take your right arm, stretch it up toward the ceiling, keeping that shoulder moving down away from your ear. Bend your right elbow, and let's just take the left hand to the top of the elbow. So we're trying to get that right elbow to point up toward the ceiling, and also to have it moving back away from the head. So we don't want our head and neck to be compromised in this pose. So sitting nice and tall. From here, you're going to take your left hand all the way back and around, reaching for the belt. So both hands are going to be touching the belt. When we do the other side, I'm going to show this from the back. I will turn around. So hopefully that will help. But you should be holding the right hand. The right hand should be holding the belt on top. The left hand should be holding the belt below the right hand. Exhale to release. Let that go. Shake it off. I'm going to turn so you can see this from the back. Hopefully you can still hear me. So move your belt to the left shoulder. Left arm is going to reach up. Elbow bends. Right hand holds the left elbow. And then left hand holds the belt, right arm comes around, also reaching for the belt. If you can reach your fingers together, of course, that is a good option here as well. But the belt is there in case that's not working for you today. And exhale to release. Okay, up next is a supported child's pose. So I'm going to have my blanket under my knees. I'm going to get my pillow, and you can do this with just your pillow, or if you happen to have your yoga blocks, you can see how I'm going to set up my yoga blocks to help me. You can also just grab another pillow. I could grab any of my couch pillows and slide that underneath just to lift this up a little bit as well. So I'm going to place one block there, one block there, so that my pillow is just lifted up. My knees come a little bit wide of the pillow, toes together, heels together. We're sitting back onto our heels and folding forward into our child's pose. Turning the head in one direction, and I will give us a cue at halfway to turn the head to stretch out the other side of the neck. So, timer is starting now. Breathe into your back body here. Relax the shoulders and arms. If it's not comfortable having the hands forward, you can also have them beside you. So whatever works best for you. Just switching the direction your head is turned. Pressing into your hands to lift yourself up. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I could have stayed there forever. All right, we're coming onto our back to finish out our practice with a reclined twist and then Shavasana. So have whatever you'd like to use for Shavasana. I'm going to have a blanket under my head and a pillow close by so I can slide it under my knees. Start lying down with the knees bent and the feet on the floor. And then as you exhale, just give those knees a great big hug up and in toward the belly. Just rock and roll through the knee hug here, massaging out the back. Circle around the knees to massage out the low back. And then our final twist, letting those arms open wide onto the floor, palms up. Exhaling to take the knees to the left, supporting them if they don't comfortably reach the floor on their own. Inhale the knees to center, exhale them to the other side. Inhale the knees to center, making your way into your final Shavasana, final relaxation. I'm going to rest right along with you today, and then I will bring you out of your Shavasana. So sliding a pillow under the knees if you'd like. I'm going to start our timer here. Just letting your body rest completely. Starting to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bringing some life and awareness back into your body. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, letting the breath sigh out your mouth. Bend your knees, bring your feet onto the mat. Roll onto your side and come all the way back up to sitting. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you feel nice and relaxed. I hope those shoulders have loosened up. I know mine definitely have. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.